Today we're making lamb ragu. We are making this from scratch. We're using Australian lamb for a restaurant quality sauce. And yes, I call it sauce. You can call it gravy. You're gonna feel like a rock star chef when you make this. Grab your aprons, let's cook. Guys, what is up? So first to get started, you want 2 lamb shanks. I'm using Australian lamb, so you want 2 of them. You want them to weigh about 1 1/4 to 1 1/2 pounds total weight, and just season them with salt and pepper. Both sides. You want to heat a 4-quart Dutch oven over medium-high heat. 2 tablespoons olive oil. Once your oil is heated, we're just going to add the lamb shanks and we're going to sear them on both sides. About 2 minutes on each side. 1 medium onion, and then we're just going to dice it. And 4 garlic cloves. A little tip you'll notice when you're prepping your garlic, it's very sticky. You just want to take your hands and your knife, run it under water. This works like a charm every time. Mince your garlic. It won't stick to your hands or to your knife. We want them to be caramelized and browned on both sides. It's about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Gonna remove that, reduce our temperature to medium, medium-low, and now we're just gonna add our onions. Salt and freshly cracked black pepper. So we're gonna saute until tender, about 2 to 3 minutes. Add your garlic and saute it just until it's fragrant. You want to smell the garlic. As soon as you smell it, it's good to go. About 30 seconds to a minute. So I'm using San Marzano tomatoes. I love to use San Marzanos because they're a little bit sweeter, a little more distinct flavor, a little more homemade. Certainly if you have a tomato garden, use your own canned tomatoes. They're the best. Just add your tomatoes right into a bowl and don't be afraid. Clean hands, best tools in the kitchen. You just want to get in there and crush the tomatoes. Typically, I'll strain out the puree part of the San Marzanos when I'm making my homemade marinara, but because we're cooking a lot longer, making more of a braise or ragu, I want that in there because we need that moisture for that long cooking time. So we're gonna deglaze with 1/2 cup Chardonnay or sherry. I do not like to use red wine when I'm making any type of sauce, especially with the lamb ragu. We want to cut that richness with a light and fruity white wine or sherry. So we're going to reduce this by half, about 2 minutes. Our tomatoes. Salt and freshly cracked black pepper. We're going to reduce our heat to about medium, medium-low. You just want to rinse the can, filling 1/3 of the way, right into the pot. And 1 bunch of thyme. So you just want to take some butcher's twine and then just tie the bundle. Just makes it so much easier to fetch out. Now we're going to add our Aussie lamb shanks right into the sauce. So you just want to nestle them right under the sauce. Make sure they're fully covered. You want to bring it to a slight bubble, and now we're just going to cover it, remove it from the heat, and place it into a 375-degree oven where it's going to cook for about 2 hours until it becomes uber tender, falling off the shank. For an easy weeknight dinner, you could do this same exact technique that we just did and put it in your pressure cooker, which is your Instant Pot. Same thing, and you'll get it done in 45 minutes to an hour. The house smells so good right now. This is like the ultimate Sunday sauce. Look at that. We have to remove the shanks. So we're just gonna pull them out, set them aside, and once they cool, we're just gonna shred that lamb right off the bone. It's uber tender. It's literally falling off the shank. Pull out that thyme bundle. So you wanna bring a large pot of water to a rolling boil over high heat. It's for our pasta. Once your pasta water comes to a rolling boil, you wanna season it vigorously with kosher salt. so it should taste like the sea. This is the time to flavor your pasta. So as soon as you add the pasta into the water, you want to stir it. That way it doesn't stick. And we're going to cook it for about 12 minutes. So we have a rigatoni. I like to cook mine through because I don't like al dente. Al dente, it's not cooked in the middle and it can't fully absorb the sauce. I'm going to take a hand immersion blender. If you don't have a hand immersion blender, you could actually use a blender. I just want to smooth it out a little bit. And we're also going to save some of our pasta liquid to thin out the sauce. And a 1/4 cup freshly grated Pecorino Romano. So this is a sheep's milk cheese. It's beautiful in this sauce and paired with the lamb. Pasta is ready. So I'm just going to place our sauce over simmer. Reserve that pasta liquid. We're definitely going to need that to thin our sauce. And then just toss your pasta right into the sauce. And then we're going to let this simmer for about 2 minutes and cook it in with the pasta. That's what makes the best pasta. You have to cook the two together. You want to add as much pasta water as possible to get the right consistency. So see that? It should be saucy but not too thick. Remove it from the shanks, just falling right off. Trim away any fat. Now we return the lamb. So now we have to give it a taste. Can you hear that? That is the sound of comfort food. Pecorino Romano on top, fresh basil. It's delicious. It's light. Even though it's a lamb ragu, it is super light because we used sherry to cut through that richness of the lamb. The lamb is delicious, just uber tender. The pasta is just fully absorbing all that sauce. So good. Cook it a little further. I'm telling you, it makes for the best pasta dish. You can do this. You can cook restaurant quality food at home. It's not hard. It's super easy. Yeah. And there you have it, a lamb ragu that you can make at home. And by using Australian lamb, we've elevated this to a restaurant level using good quality lamb. If you like this video, you learned something, give me a thumbs up, comment in the comment box below, be sure to subscribe. I do roll out a new homemade, made easy recipe video each week. And if you want to check out more of my other recipes, you can click this video link right here or click this one, and I'll meet you over there.